My college degree over 4 years cost over $200,000. And the harsh truth is that it actually did not prepare me to build a $1 million business. And in this video, I want to break down why college can be so damaging to entrepreneurship and actually what you need to do to build something that matters. My name is Arjun. I'm the founder and CEO of Doula.com, a business in a box for e-commerce. We are a venture-backed tech startup here in New York City that's raised over $13 million of venture capital from some of the world's greatest investors, including Y Combinator, Nexus Venture Partners, HubSpot Ventures, and notable angels like Cody Sanchez, Graham Stephan, Sahil Bloom, Dharmesh Shah, and more. A harsh truth that I realize is many of the things that I learned in college, I had to actually unlearn them in order to succeed in growing and building Doula. And the truth is, I've had to unlearn a ton of these lessons for three main reasons. The first is the mindset that you learn in college actually goes against what it takes in entrepreneurship. And I'll break down how hacking grades in college doesn't work because you can't hack solving a problem for users. The next thing is I want to talk about the gap between what you learn in college versus the real world and things you can do to actually cross that chasm. And the third thing is I'll talk about ways that I've improved my learning as an entrepreneur because yes, you learn in college, but the type of learning you do as an entrepreneur I think is a bit different. So let me go back to college. Let me actually take you back in time to the moment when I realized that, holy crap, I have to unlearn a lot of what I did in college. This is my senior year of college. I had about 4 finals back to back. This was right before I was going to graduate and go on a trip to Asia with some friends. And what I realized is that, okay, I have 4 finals. I'm going to start preparing and studying for finals in the order in which I think I need to study. And the last final, the one I left to the end, was a test on East Asian history and civilization. And the test was, there were going to be 180 different keywords or key terms. And on the test, they would pick 10 at random. And for those keywords, what you need to do is explain what it is, explain the significance, and define it. So to pass this test, really, it's kind of brute force. What you need to do is, if I learned all 180 keywords and key terms, then when 10 get picked on the test, I can ace it. So you know what I did? I just picked the day before the test, I pulled an all-nighter, I tried to find previous examples of these tests too, with answers that had been marked as correct, so I could literally learn and copy those to make sure I got it right. And then for all the other questions, I would mirror and match the same framework. And what I was doing here was trying to hack the test, finding a previous test bank, finding the answers, mimicking the structure, and brute force covering all 180 topics, so that when the test came, it was impossible for me to fail. And I actually passed that test, I got an A. Here's the thing though, when it comes to entrepreneurship, there is no test bank to building a successful business. Yes, you can learn from other companies, but you can't replicate what's been done there. And there is no mutually exhaustive list of things where if I check these boxes, you're guaranteed to succeed. It is way more nebulous. And the really destructive mindset is thinking that you can take this mindset of hacking grades and applying it to entrepreneurship, because the truth is it does not work at all. And the way I'd summarize this is in college, students become experts at trying to understand what the professor wants versus becoming experts at understanding and trying to dig for oil and figure out what a user wants. And there's this other paradox where in school, you need to please or satisfy the grades or recommendations of a professor. But in the real world, that's not what matters. What matters is there a user out there that you're solving a problem for and solving enough of a problem they're actually willing to pay you with their time or their money? Put bluntly, entrepreneurship doesn't have a syllabus, doesn't have a rubric, and doesn't have a map. You need to go actually chart that out. You can look up the mountain, but then you're figuring out how to bushwhack your way up and actually, again, solve a problem for a user. So now when it comes to this gap between school and the real world, there are so many things which actually don't align. In school, you have a syllabus. You have an exact schedule or plan of when you need to do certain assignments, submit tests. In entrepreneurship, there is no predetermined course. You put together the strategy. You have to go out there and get punched in the face while you're talking to people who are rejecting you, testing products, them saying it sucks. There is no syllabus, there is no specific structure. You have to go map and figure that out. And ultimately, in college, you can get a degree and you have a GPA. Customers don't care about that. What they care about is, are you building something that solves their problem? So all of these credentials and stamps and certifications that mattered in college do not matter whatsoever when it comes to entrepreneurship and building something that matters for a specific user. So ultimately, the biggest thing I had to rewire here is this mindset of you can't hack entrepreneurship the way you can hack a test. And I love this example of trying to hack the game of, let's say you're trying to do a launch on Product Hunt. Well, a lot of people say that Tuesday is the best day to launch on Product Hunt because Mondays after the weekend, so people are on their laptops, and Fridays people are checking out, and Wednesday's too far in the week to get a good boost during the week, so post on Tuesday. But posting on Tuesday doesn't guarantee launch success. But a lot of people might say, hey, I built the landing page and I launched on Tuesday. Why isn't my startup growing? That's that destructive mindset of trying to hack the test or hack the system, when in reality, launching on Tuesday on Product Hunt might slightly give you more impressions or reach, but again, are you building something that someone wants and solving a problem that matters? So the thing I would say here to wrap things up is, what does it actually mean to learn like an entrepreneur, and how can you actually unlearn things? I think the first thing that's really important is first principles thinking, saying, hey, if I were to break down every aspect of what I'm building into its underlying components, is there a solution here, either from bundling or unbundling? And not just saying, oh, this is the way things are done, or here is the playbook for doing something. It's really attacking and addressing the problem you're trying to solve from first principles. And the example with doula is, a lot of people said, oh, formation is its own thing, and bookkeeping is its own thing, and taxes is its own thing, and analytics is its own thing. We said, why do they have to be their own thing? We heard loud and clear, people want one platform, one point of contact, and all of these tools can work better if they're together. Where taxes aren't actually a tech problem, it's a data collection problem. If you form the business and do the bookkeeping, you can do the taxes faster with less overhead, which means cheaper costs for the customer and more convenience for the customer. And because your books are there, you can do analytics. So all of these things are accretive, and that first principles mindset can really help. The next thing is focusing on growth, not grades. There's no grade when it comes to startup. The ultimate grade is happy users who pay you, and not just pay you, but retain with you, because if they're retaining, they're continuing to pay you. That is the ultimate scoreboard. It's not how much money you've raised. It's not how many employees you have. Do you have happy paying customers, and is that growing over time? The final thing is, you need to be an aggressive self-educator. When you want to learn a topic, immerse yourself. Read the book, watch the YouTube videos, listen to the podcast. You're going to have to constantly learn, whether it's hiring, outbound sales, recruiting, product development, marketing, brand building. You're going to have to constantly learn and then apply those practices to customers. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll be releasing more content just like this, where I'll be giving you an unfiltered, behind the scenes look of what my life is like building and scaling doula here in New York City, including the challenges the team faces on a daily basis, how we acquire customers, how we've raised funding, my favorite growth hacks, my morning routine, and more. So please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be putting out content on the regular. And speaking of entrepreneurs, if you yourself are a founder looking to either start a new business or scale an existing business, doula is your business in a box solution. We've helped over 10,000 entrepreneurs from over 175 countries focus on what they do best, so doula can handle the rest, the unsexy yet critical back office required for any business. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.